I think you may want to mute this sound coming from your audio. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, hello guys. Welcome to catch up from Designery for the month of October. It's been a while, but glad to be doing this again. Alright, so yeah, we're here to share updates from what we've been up to. Basically, a roundup for the month of October. Alright, so it's myself and Raphael sharing what we've been up to for the month of October. So today we're going to talk about. Um, I've used the word what we've been up to a lot. So we're going to talk about a roundup from UDC, right? So yeah, I spoke at UDC, so I'm going to talk about my slides a bit and also takeaways from the event. Then also we have updates from the Designery whiteboard, so we're going to talk a bit about that. Coming up in November, so it's been quite, not quite, it's been quiet from us this month of October, and we're going to share a bit on that. Yes, and we're going to make up for it in November basically, right? So we talk about what we have planned for November, our schedule for the end of the year. So yes, myself and Raphael, we've spoken about what the schedule for Designery podcast will be like at the end of the year. Some plans we have more, right? But some plans we have for 2026, and also if we have small time, we'll talk about the product updates and releases in the design space in the month of October. So yeah, thanks for joining in, and if you are watching this rebroadcast, thanks for watching, and also stay around till the end of this live stream. So Raphael, what have you been up to for the month of October?
Hi everyone, great to be here. Been a minute since we streamed on here. What have we been up to in the month of October? To be honest, for me, it's mostly been work. It's not easy being a 9 to 5 or in Nigeria. Basically juggling, the 9 to 5 and then life updates, as they call it, and then also trying to like put things together for Designery. I think on my end, it's been a learning experience for me because it's the first time like putting this much effort into something that is not like my 9 to 5. But yeah, basically I've just been I had a lot of stuff to cover up in work, and then when I'm not doing that, I've been hitting the gym. So it's end of the year period, and I have this thing I do where I kind of, so to speak, lock in and try to execute like a 3 month plan. Um, and then yeah, I'm working on some other projects here and there, some side projects here and there. Some are very interesting, and I'm going to probably share on my on my own personal space what I've been like working on. Funny enough, so one of the interesting projects I've been working on is something related to gaming. So yeah, it's been a lot of learning for me this month, and just a lot of internal introspection, and it's been enlightening to see the list. And I'm just honestly excited, and I feel be energized to be able to like give more back to and give more effort back into designing. So looking forward to all the things that I'm gonna be doing next. Yeah. So how about you, Kutaje? What's the what's been up? What have you
All
been
right,
up to?
Raphael. Thank you, thank you. So I was just going through our channels, LinkedIn and YouTube, where we live stream to see how we're doing. So LinkedIn is doing well. So if you are following us on LinkedIn, please do well to just hang around, and I don't know, you can even join the conversation, right? Join the session and let us know what you've been up to, or feedbacks or thoughts you have regarding how we've been doing, and also some of the updates we'll be sharing. So for me, yeah, so one of the things I've been up to, so I think it leads me to the second item a bit. Yes, so this month of October, I did speak at UDC, right, which is the Untitled Design Conference. This should be the fourth edition. So I spoke about AI, and also how basically the Funny enough, I forgot my topic. That's weird. Okay.
You know what funny thing? You know what funny? Like, this update you're
Yeah.
giving, it's only going to be the first time I'm hearing about your your update at UDC. So
Okay,
you were just
so
so quiet about it, man.
I did post about it, right? So it was majorly around. Give me a few seconds. God, I can't remember. I know the context. I'm just trying to remember. So it's not really designing for. Oh yeah, it's majorly around how designers, uh, the responsibility. That's not okay. Ah shit, this is terrible, man.
I
But
think it was something around, what like consequences of AI could be if like we're not designing in a way that thinks about the consequences of what AI could lead to if we're not designing. I think something about ethical design or something like that around how AI could
okay,
lead.
this
Yeah.
is yeah. But anyways, I'm not going to waste so much time on it. But I can't remember my topic. But what I spoke about is around the impact of AI when it comes to design. Not just using AI, but like as designers, we need to now take more responsibility for our work because I think I gave one instance. One of the things I spoke about was the example of the chat GPT, the teenager who took his life, right, after interacting or yeah, basically chatting with ChatGPT about his idea to commit suicide, and I eventually went on to take his life. So, was around the consequences of our designs. Our designers, we need to understand that designs we create or products that we make or we design for is beyond uh, return on investment. It is beyond impacting the business. It's beyond impact helping the user achieve their goal. That some of these things can have detrimental effect, right? So it can shift cultures, right? So we need to be more conscious, and we now, with the age of in the age of AI or the advent of AI, we now need to think deeper, right? So AI, of course, will be doing some thinking for us, but we need to now think. I call it think deep here. I call it deep design thinking, right? So it's not just surface level design thinking stuff. You actually need to now go deeper and see things from a larger perspective, right? And I talked about AI design principles, right? That some of the hidden principles, design principles that AI tools adopt, that they are normal design principles we use, but because the interface, the experience is quite different, we may not be conscious of some of these things. So I shared about it also in the talk I gave. Yeah, but that's about my talk for UDC. If I remember the topic, I'll mention it. But right now, somehow I cannot remember my topic. Yeah, then my takeaway from UDC. One interesting thing for me for at UDC was that a lot, though the theme of the event for the year was about AI, rightly so, but a lot of speakers were just talking about AI, right? So like 90 more, at least 90% of the talks were centered around AI. So even though the theme of the event was AI, but I was expecting, I even fell into the trap myself because I spoke about AI, but I was expecting somebody else or more people to talk about something else. If I had known, I would definitely have used another topic because I have other topics I would have spoken about. So that was literally the takeaway. But the event was really good, right? So I learned a lot from Jordan's session, Jordan Belongo, right? So then also a couple of other at this session. So there are a couple of other sessions basically. CAV basically Sugar Adese from was Tech About. But yeah, that's major my takeaway. The AI buzz eventually affected the like it was too much at the event, yeah. And also the one I loved the most was majorly Jordan Belongo's presentation. Like it was just talking about stuff, work, experience, using tweets, and not really so much of a slide. So I really ensure that. Then, what have I been up to? So I'm going to backtrack a bit. So for me, somehow I don't know, I am not one person who would own up to being burnt out or who would want to give an excuse for not doing work or moving forward. But around the period of UDC, when after I came back from that event, I don't know what happened, but I shut down. Like I was just my productivity level dropped. Maybe because of the build up or things I've been busy with before then, but burnout really. That's what I can say, right? But yeah, I'm back up. I'm getting back up. Of course, I within that period I had to work because I needed to make money or get paid. But juggling designery, also the product I was building, the product I'm building called Sovo, and also life activities, like it was a lot. So somehow it impacted my contributions to design. That's why you didn't really see so much of our activities on Designery, like our shorts we normally post. And sadly, we didn't have any episode, no podcast for the month of October, right? So, but we are going to make up for that. We're going to make up for that. We're putting systems in place to ensure that we're going to be more. We've been consistent to a large extent since we started, but it's largely been myself and Raphael. But we're putting structures in place to ensure that beyond us, even we have a team, but we need to be more structured to ensure that things continue being things are done even when we are not so hands-on, right? So we're putting those structures in place, but that's been then yeah. So vibe coding for me, yeah, I'm getting my hands dirty with Cursor. I've worked with Figma Make before. With this new updates, yes, I will dabble into it, yes, but now my focus is just using Cursor, ChatGPT to just build stuff. So yeah, I'll share more on that. But
What was even the update from Figma and Figma Make? I think is you can now copy a design and like put it on. You know, it was I've not even tried it. Funny enough,
Figma
unfortunately.
Make, I tried it
No, I've not
once.
tried the new updates that you can copy the design. No, actually, I have. What am I saying? I have.
Mhm.
It was actually a very interesting scenario. So there was this. I was working with a client, right, and then there was this stuff that imagine when you don't. This design had a lot of elements where I could to start duplicating and start trying to get new images from scratch. There was a lot of images in this thing, basically a lot of tiles and stuff. So I had to so instead of like going doing from scratch, what I did was I copied the design, I put it on Figma Make, and then like I also asked it to I did some prompts to change to what the client specifically wanted to see. Just wanted because he just wanted to see the option. It wasn't like they're going to use it, so it was so stressful to be doing from scratch. And then after I got the result, I copied it and put it on Figma. So that was actually quite helpful. I've not really had time to even experiment with most of these things, but I think they're really interesting. And when I'm working on personal projects, probably that's what I'll see how to work on it.
Yeah, we're going to share more. I think Figma yesterday. No, I think I need to stop using. I think Figma yesterday. Figma released some new updates, slots, extended collections, how you can now extend connect design system to Figma Make and all. But we're going to talk about that towards the end of the our live stream today. But for now, let's just go down the items we'll talk about. So yeah, that's what we've been up to and round up. This round up for me and my takeaway. Now updates. Yes. So for the designing whiteboard, so one of the things we've done, right, we've not shied away from experimenting, right? So if we have something, an idea or something we know we can start that can add value to not just our podcast but also to our listeners, our audience, and the design community at large, we give it a go. And one of those things we did was designing whiteboard. The inspiration behind that was to help designers get into the mindset of, or basically help designers learn from, or let's entry not really any designer basically, so let's say entry level or mid level, or just basically to help you get into the thoughts process of other designers, right? So you're able to see how they work, what how they think, how they solve problems, and you can learn from that. So instead of just focusing on and seeing their work, you are able to see how they get the work done, right? So and learn from it, so you can apply some of those principles to your work. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing live design, the designing whiteboard. Then also by the name whiteboard, it was captioned or named after the activity, whiteboard activity, where you get to solve a problem in real time, real life with um, interviewers, right? So you have a team, product manager, designer, developer. He puts it together. They put you live. They give you a task, and you're asked to like solve this problem in real time. So we know that with the advent of AI, people now take home tasks and ask AI or Claude whatnot to just work on them. Probably you even give it to somebody else to work on them. And how is the recruiter sure that you're the one who actually worked on that task or case study they give you? So now, of course, that's the value of whiteboard, and it's going to be happening a lot because people do a lot of things with AI. So companies are now going to be having live sessions to be sure that you are actually the one doing what you said you did, or show that you actually know what you claim or your portfolio says you know. All right. So because of that, in order to prepare people for scenarios like that, especially entry level, mid level designers who are not so good with live designs. That was one of the reasons why I also started live design whiteboard session, right? So the intention was good and it's still good. but we have to pause it right now, right? So it's we'll struggle to sustain it because we had other activities. We had the podcast itself that we needed to do, and also we have catch up, which is what we're doing now, where we share updates on our development, our progress, and also what we're looking to do next. So we had a lot of things we're doing, and it somehow was becoming noisy for us because we're saying different things. Today we're doing live streams, tomorrow we're doing catch up, tomorrow we're doing podcasts. So we're just all over the place. It was a nice initiative. It's still a nice initiative, but right now we are going to pause it, right, until we find a sustainable model. We're going to bring it back, and it may not be frequently, but we're going to find a way to make it work such that it's going to be valuable and also it will be more consistent. So for now, live designs, we just did a few screen, a few, we did a brand identity design, we did some ideations on the product. So we took a brand, we brought on a designer to think and give it an identity, right? That was live streamed. It's also on a YouTube channel. You find it on LinkedIn also if you check through my profile. Then also, we took that brand identity, we started working on it to solve the problem that the brand actually wanted solved, right? So myself and Raphael, we started that. So, but like I said, we were unable to continue because of other things that came up. But right now, we discussed and decided to pause it. All right, so we're going to pick it up in a later time. But for now, live designs or designing whiteboard is on pause. But yeah, it was a nice experiment, and we may go back to it or bring it back at some point. So, Raphael, do you want to share about some of? So, in October, we're going to make up for the lost times. All right, so we're going to have, promise you, we're having two episodes, two podcast episodes. One to make up for October because we have a podcast. Uh, we record every month, first or the second Saturday of every month, depending on the schedule and availability for our guests. We're unable to do that this October because of some of the things we've shared already, but in the month of November, we're going to have two episodes. One to make up for the month of October, and also the other one that we should have done for the month of November. So look out for two episodes coming up to you or coming up in our handles for the month of November. Yeah, Raphael, do you have anything you want to add for updates coming up in November? Any at
No, I
all?
mean, no, we've already covered it, but like basically, it's gonna be. I think we're gonna this main topics are looking to. We're looking to really, how should I put it, end strong, right? So you should look forward to the topics. They're going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a lot of insights in them. I personally am looking forward to it because the last conversation we had, I think that was with Aise, right? Yeah, that was actually really good. I still went back to watch that thing, by the way. So yeah, this is going to be very. The next couple of episodes are going to be very interesting. So you don't want to miss them. So please, if you're watching from anywhere you're watching from, go to our YouTube, subscribe on all our social media at Designer HQ. So yeah, just basically subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can see our. And if you're watching live from LinkedIn, you can also turn on notifications.
All right. Thank you, Raphael. So yeah, that's what we have for November. Now, our schedule for the end of the year is this schedule or schedule, whichever it is, for the end of the year. So we have decided, right, to do a number of things as we wrap up the year for Designery, right, or the podcast. We we are going to have trailers. We're going to like we've made some progress, right? We started this in April and we've been showing up even till now. So we made some good progress. We're going to do like trailer to round up all the episodes we've had for the year. So that's going to come up also on our YouTube and media handles. Then also we will not be having an episode or any episode in the month of December, and that's because as a brand that we are taking time off to, of course, we don't want to, it's the festive period, so we want people to enjoy their time, and we don't expect people will still turn up, people will still tune in, but of course we want you to go and enjoy yourself, have fun, take a break from work, and just prepare for the next year. So we are going to do that. We're taking a break in the month of December. There will be no episodes, right? So we're just taking a break, going on a retreat to just plan. We've had some plan, but we're going to make it more concrete for the year 2026. All right, so that's our schedule. So there's no podcast for December. There's no catch up for December. So December is just going to be empty for us,
You
but we're going to be back in January again.
know, it just occurred to me that will be the end of season one.
Okay, so I think when we started this season thing, I didn't even know when it was going to end. So maybe should we do like a yearly
Yeah,
thing of the seasons?
yeah,
Like
it doesn't make
once
anything. Yeah, it just makes sense. Just close it at season one. Yeah.
all right, fine. So next year we're going to start season two. Yeah, because I was wondering when season one is going to end or what series one is going to end. But yeah, good. So yeah, so next year we're going to start. It will be a new chapter for us, right? In next year, of course, we're not up to 1 year yet, but it's a new year, and also we have like new ambitions and goals and things we look to hit
Fresh
by the end of the year.
perspective.
Yeah, so that's the schedule or the schedule. I'm going to find the accurate pronunciation for this for next year.
You,
Now
you know
for
what? I think both are even correct. I
so
think so.
let
I
me
beg.
okay.
You don't want my neck if I'm wrong.
I'll check. I'll check. All right. So yeah, we have. So I think that's basically then for yeah. I think for plans for 2026 we're not done. So for plans for 2026, um, yeah, we have already an interesting series. So far our podcast episodes, right, has been on a particular series, and that is the question and answer series where we try to provide answers to burning questions or things that could be roadblock for designers who are looking to grow in their career, right? So that was the series, and that series is still on. So we call it the design Q&A series. Now we're going to be so live design, which is by with the whiteboard session, is was actually not a what's it called, was not a series, right? It was something that I wanted to do independently to add value. Then catch up is not a series. So we are just to all the episodes we've done this year, or just on one series, which is the design Q&A series. Now we're going to be introducing a new series for next year. All right, so and that's because of things we've learned and the outlook on the design space so far. Not just AI, not really about AI, but an interesting development in design space that we think that is worth having its own series for the year 2026 and also moving forward. Right, so we're going to have another series. So most likely, while our episode podcast happens in the first, second Saturday of every month, this one is going to happen towards the last Saturday. So it's going to be like back to back in a way. But yeah, so we have an interesting series. So this series is going to be beneficial and very valuable. So not just to entry level designers, not to mid level, senior level, and even if you are not a designer and you stumble on our episodes, trust me, you are going to get value from it. Right, so that's something we're making sure to deliver. So yeah, we're going to do the news. Then also we want, so far so good, most of our episodes has been good on video on YouTube and LinkedIn, but the quality, when you say quality, like, so we want to up. So currently we just live stream because we don't really have the bandwidth, the resource, the time to just do so much of editing and put videos out there. All right, and we don't have so much of a robust team, but we're planning to have a good team structure where we're going to pre-record our episodes, do some form of editing, make it more interesting and engaging, right? Like you see how you like the other podcasts you follow and watch that you enjoy their content. So we don't just want our podcast to be educating. We want it to be educating, entertaining. Not entertaining. Not that we're going to be introducing so much gimmicks and jokes and whatnot, but we
Well,
want
and
you
it's
to
more
enjoy.
engaging.
Yeah, I want you to enjoy the experience from the intro to the outro. We want you to enjoy. So you having you enjoy the experience while you learn from our speakers, from people, from our guests, and from the sessions we have. So that's one thing. We're going to up our video quality, our video editing quality, and also our content. And also we're going to we already have some of these things in the work. But I'm just saying by 2026 our video quality is going to be very good. We're going to have animations, slides, and sounds, right, intros and stuff, and it's going to be pre-recorded. So we may not be live streaming, we will not be live streaming, we record behind the scene, we edit, and we post stuff that you should enjoy watching while you learn. And also we are going to um what's the next one? Yeah, audio. So Spotify, we currently have 2 episodes on Spotify, but to be honest with you, that is not the quality we want. That is not the standard we want. But we just have to put it out there just to test. right? And so far, most of our other episodes are not available in audio format on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Reasons being that we have not really hit. So the audio experience is different from video experience. When people consume content in audio format and when they consume content in video format, the experience is different. So we are exploring ways we can deliver our content good, very good when it comes to video, and also when you listen to it on audio, it's also good. So it's a lot of work and things we are doing behind the scene. But for now, we do not have that. But that's something we're looking to catch up on next year. So our audio quality for our podcast is going to be good. We're going to have audio on Spotify podcast, and also our video quality is going to be really good. Those are some things we're working on. Primarily, yeah, so basically, so we're introducing one new episode. We're going to be more consistent, right? We're going to be more consistent. We have been consistent, of course, yeah. So we're going to continue with our normal episodes, Q&A. We're going to introduce a new episode. We're going to have our improve our video quality, now have audio, and also yeah, I think there's something I'm forgetting to mention now, which is around um not Spotify, not Apple Podcasts. I seem to have forgotten. Okay, but I think that's basically around it though. So Rafael, do
That,
you have
that, that
anything
podcast
you
is
want to
already
add?
without giving out so much anyway, so I think we've covered most of it.
Yeah, we have some secret stuff, but we're going to share the updates when the time is right. But for now, it's good to do this again. So you're going to see us more. All right, so we're going to make up for October definitely. So sorry we didn't put out any content out there in the month of October. We are It's been a lot, but yeah, we're here. I'm going to put out stuff. So thanks if you followed up to this moment. I don't have so much updates to share about Figma releases, slots, and extended what now? I think extended collections. I watched the updates, followed. I didn't really follow the live stream, but I saw the updates, read about it. Sounds interesting. I'm looking to get my hands on it. But until then, I don't have so much to share. I don't know if you do, Raphael, but for now, I think that would be all for me.
Well, as me, I'm a design system buff. Like I'm very interested in this, but I haven't. I saw the intro. I was excited because I saw that you can have more control over the design systems
Yeah.
and the things I use. But like I still don't have enough context into what the capabilities are. Looking forward to it. One thing that intrigued me today, I saw that Grammarly has changed to has rebranded, and of course they're getting cooked. There's just one thing about rebrands that make me laugh, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I've been part of the cookers before, cooking the cookie, so to speak, right? Because like sometimes there's some rebrands I see and I'm like, what's in God's name are you thinking? But recently I started, as I got older, I understood that there was a plan, there's a reason why this thing that looks so simple costs so much, there's a reason why they are trying to move in a certain direction. So whenever you say rebrand, you have to understand that this thing has gone through the amount of iterations and thought process has gone into it is insane. Now I'm not saying they always made it right, but it's always interesting to see, oh, this is why they did this, right? It's always interesting to see. So now I'm saying that Superhuman I see Superhuman, sorry. Well, there was a company in Superhuman before, but Grammarly has acquired Superhuman, I think, or like they are now under Superhuman. Um, it's now a new company. They do everything from email to AI to, so it's quite interesting to see. I go on the website just to check out what they're doing. I like the landing page. It's very clean, but I don't know if like it really communicates. I think what they do now is like email and AI stuff. So basically Grammarly, but like more integrated um, into different platforms, I guess. I will still check out more about it, but I think the rebrand is. I don't think the rebrand was that bad. Anyways, I like the logo. It's simple, clean, but you know, it tells you something. One thing though, people are crying, and I think I see that point. Everybody's using this. I wish I could. I don't know if I share my screen. Everybody's using this icon, this cursor icon, like a plane, like a paper plane icon. People are tired of it. But anyways, what I'm trying to depict here is different from what the normal AI guy is doing. I think they're trying to. from the intro video I saw, which I thought was really cool, by the way, is they're trying to depict like somebody wearing a cape. So basically, superhuman. You get the gist. So it was quite interesting. The landing page is clean. I'm looking forward to experimenting to know what's up with. But they have an entire suite of different apps, of different um, products. They have the email, they have Grammarly, they have Coda. I think it's a workspace thing. So I think I think they're going to be playing in a very interesting space, and I'm looking forward to see what that's about.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean I think those are interesting stuff I've seen. If I have seen another one, honestly I forgot because this past month has been interesting to see this. But yeah, I
Okay.
think that's it. Yeah.
All right. So I think that's a wrap. Right about it. We are on the 30-minute mark, and we really wanted to keep this short because yeah, we don't have so much updates. It was just a couple of things that we've been busy with and stuff that has kept us a bit silent for the month of October. I think one other thing I'm going to make sure I have to remember this for next year is that most of our episodes for this year has been most of our guests has been product or have been product designers, right? So something we noticed, we're not blind to it, but those were the kind of people who were easy to get across to and responded more to our requests to come be or come feature on our episodes. So by next year we are going to definitely fix that, ensure that our sessions are more robust and speak to other
I mean,
areas.
we
Designery
did
is not
get
just a
one
product
brand
design
designer.
podcast. We have
It wasn't for the
said,
podcast though. I said we did manage we got one brand designer, although it wasn't for the podcast per se,
yeah, it
but
was
I
for
think
the live design, yeah.
the brand
But next
designer.
year we're going to ensure that we have diverse pool or diverse sets of guests, brand designers, illustrators, graphics, motion, and other cool parts, iconography, and other cool aspects of design. So apologies if you are beefing us or you are not happy with us because we were just doing product design. I think somebody sent us a comment or a message on TikTok that hope we don't just focus on product design. And so we're not doing that. We are going to ensure that we have a diverse pool of guests the next month. But for now, that's about it. So for next month, which is just a few days away, 2 episodes from us, topics withheld until we put it out there. So you're going to know about topics, right? Yeah. So 2 episodes from us next month. We're not having any live stream, no episodes, no recording for the month of December. And of course, if you want to hear some of the things we've shared already, please go back in time or listen to this again, right? But we shared some interesting updates that are coming your way from Designery for the rest of the year and also for 2026. For now, thanks if you followed us through. And also thank you if you are watching again and you watched to this point. Thank you so much. Because of you, we keep doing things like this and also to ensure that in our little way, through conversations, we are contributing to the career and the growth of designers, not just within Africa and Nigeria, but globally, right? So next year, we're going to be ensuring that we have most of our designers again, most of our guests has been local, not really local in the sense because of our region, majorly Nigerian designer or guests, right? That's people are familiar with and it's easy to reach out to them. But next year, one thing we're making sure of is to ensure that we bring in creatives outside of Nigeria, outside of Africa, definitely, right? Because yeah, it's not just a Nigerian thing. Designer is not just for Nigeria. It's not just a Nigerian platform. It's actually to impact designers, creatives globally, right? So yeah, see you guys in the next one, and also please follow our pages or handles because you're going to be getting updates as you used to, as you are used to. As from this week, then subsequently more updates will be shared on the platform. Thank you. Have a good rest or night rest. See you.